Every time before we go here live on B tier, which welcome back to the show,
Yeah,
ladies and
right?
gents. But I usually just push all the tables back and then get the wires out of the way. And then when you got before you guys come over, I just pull everything up. Pull it up, pull it out a little bit, then set up this camera. This camera is usually faced over here somewhere, and then
Yeah, out of the
Oh, yeah.
way.
We do the exact
you
same
know,
thing in our place too. It's like by the time you got it, I already everything already plugged in and set up and stuff like that. All we had to do is just do the sound check and
yeah, the sound check is really the hardest part when or like if the lighting changed on a video or something. Because even just before you guys got here, I had to turn that one up a little bit, I had to turn that light up a little bit, but it's just like a crank dial now, and
That's super
these studio lights that we
They're
got going
so
on,
nice.
I love them.
They
I
are
love
so
them.
nice.
And they look really good on video and all that. Now that we're kind of like in the 4K officially, like that's a pretty nice thing. And a lot of stuff like that just kind of adds to the quality assurance, I guess. Even if like our conversations are trash, it's still pretty.
they're not.
They only said that about the Tupac.
Oh yeah.
The Tupac
He's
comments.
like, Tupac is still alive. These idiots. These dummies.
So
That's
I
just
mean-
my view. That's just my view.
Yeah, right.
I'm not pushing it. Yeah.
These views are not my own.
Yeah. They're
I'm just-
mine. I'll own
Yeah,
that one. 'Cause
actually,
yeah.
all of these are Phil's.
All these are
All
mine.
of these questions in the hat are
this is
Phil's.
all
All of
Except
them
for maybe one. One or two. Um, guys, so we are running out of questions in the hat. Not that we have to do one right now, but I was gonna say if maybe we make it like that's our homework for like the week.
I say we
Oh.
just like go downtown one night, like
Just ask people.
just ask random people.
Yeah,
just do the street shows, get the whole Huck tour going.
we could do it. We could do it. We can make a
Wear-
viral
wear-
moment.
Wear our merch. Yeah, get some GoPros.
Oh, and come to find out, she's actually her dad's like a billionaire. She's a like this is the rumor mill that's going out. Like yeah, everything's fake on the internet. Remember that YouTube when
Everything
you're
is
listening to it.
fake on the internet. Exactly. Although I did hear that she got signed by Jake Paul before she got her talk podcast.
I
Oh.
wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that at
I
all.
wouldn't doubt it.
She's like 19 years old. Like, what does she have to say? 20 years old or no?
I don't-
21 at least.
I thought she was older than that,
Oh,
but yeah.
yeah. I think she's drinking.
yeah, she was downtown Memphis or Nashville.
One of the.
I think it's
when when the video came out. Yeah.
Definitely a drink.
I think it's crazy how quickly she capitalized on that though. Like she had merch out in under a week.
Oh yeah.
If you're gonna like do that, if you're just gonna just balls to wallet and then
If it happens,
make
I'm
everybody
making merch.
yeah, make
got
everybody
it.
jealous.
I got it.
Yeah, imagine like I
You
mean
do our own hunt pedophiles or make pedophiles afraid again type whole like that whole attitude.
yeah. I always think it's great though, like to see who
Kill your local pedo.
Yeah.
Or don't eat the dogs. You
Yeah.
put it in there, Springfield, Ohio.
Oh man.
There was
Geez,
have you guys seen
guys,
the video
we had
going
another
around?
Trump assassination since
A-
last
a-
time we
a- a-
talked
a
4
10.
days ago.
A 10.
Yeah, last
Jesus.
yeah.
I did see a really funny Venn diagram graph where it was like, it was the word dodging in the middle, and it's like Kamala on the right hand side saying interviews, and then it was Trump on the left hand side saying bullets. It's like they're both dodging bullets and interviews. I think that's really funny.
Did you see some of her
But-
clips from her that interview that she did post debate? Man, she sounds like a proper puppet.
It is tough. It's tough
it's
to
very
get
tough to watch
through like more than 5 minutes of her talking. And I feel bad because I'm not really one to say like I really like listening to Trump talk for more than like 20, 30 minutes.
Did you try listening to him on the Sean Ryan show? It was only an hour. I only can make 15 minutes because it's like it was a constant loop of bringing the same thing over and over. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, it's like you're in a
He was-
situation where you can actually make.
He
some
was really
quality
good
points.
on the Theo Von interview. And I think
That was good.
I think it depends on who's interviewing him.
Yeah.
Because like Lex Friedman did a pretty good job, but like I don't think he's been properly interviewed yet. And by that I mean we haven't really seen him do like longer than an hour and a half. We haven't really seen him do like in-depth.
Joe Rogan, stop fucking around,
It's
man.
really Joe Rogan, man.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan has to do it because he's
Joe
so
Rogan
good
and
at
Dr.
doing
Jordan
those.
Peterson and Theo Von. Do you think of how awesome that conversation would be?
Well, I think the way that it's kind of leaning right now, I think it's inevitable that he gets on, and I think the date is probably going to be around like October 25th to
Two
like
bears would
November
be
3rd. And that's
hilarious.
What's that?
Two bears would be
Oh,
hilarious.
that'd be fucking funny.
Trump would not do that.
Oh, I know
don't
he
think.
wouldn't do it.
Oh.
I know he
I would
wouldn't
love
do
to
it.
see
I'm sure
that.
if he
though.
brought Piers Morgan on, that'd be
It'd be
hilarious.
I'm sure
hilarious.
he'll probably do Tim Dillon
Yeah.
before the election. Because if he's already like in that circle, like
Mhm.
it's, I mean, the way that I see it, I guess, like you have, and I saw like Patrick David did a really good breakdown on this too, but
Mhm.
he's like the way that he kind of sees it, the way that I see it too, is like he's already had Elon Musk on. Elon Musk endorses Trump. He's already had Peter Thiel on. Peter Thiel endorses Trump. He had RFK on. He endorses Trump.
Mhm.
Gabby, she endorses Trump. I feel like it's just kind of like it's going right into that ballpark. And as soon as Lex Friedman did that show with Trump, I'm pretty sure that just opened up the door to like Joe Rogan not being totally like ostracized from like the left or whatever, or like his normal fan base.
Yeah.
But I would love I want to see Alex Jones and Trump on the same podcast. That's what
that would be fun.
on a Rogan
That
show.
would be
That would be
funny.
great.
It would break the internet. I mean, you could
it
could
would.
have Elon Musk as the fourth, but just getting Alex and Trump and Rogan in the same room, that would be the most absurd,
'Cause
bombastic podcast I think we could ever have.
Rogan would just be the moderator between the two of them because Alex is so animated.
Yeah, and plus, like they all
You
know
throw
each
Joey
other.
Diaz
like
in there.
you know, minus Joe and Trump not really meeting yet. Like Trump and Alex Jones know each other. I think it would go really well over. And I would not want to see. I don't think Trump can go and do Infowars anymore. Like there's like things that he's like kind of locked out of. But I think seeing an interview with him and Rogan for sure, and then maybe throwing Jones in there just to like kind of see what happens, I think would be
Fuel to the
really fun.
fire.
What would
Yeah,
be funny though is like they've already had a
It'd be really
conversation.
fun.
The conversation is like 4 hours long, but they're not going to release it until Rogan's dead. So hey, we got to leave
for what?
for Rogan and Trump.
They've not done anything yet.
No, but I'm talking about if they do it low key, just do it.
Oh,
and
yeah,
nobody
yeah.
knows
It won't
about
get
it.
released.
You know what I mean? Just kind of do one
Yeah.
of those random spots where like Rogan's on tour and all of a sudden he disappears.
I could see Rogan kind of doing like a I don't know, like a closed room interview and just like not ever release it, not even like record it. He just like talks to him one on one and just like, leaves the phones outside like a
Leaves
Faraday
everything, yeah.
room, and then just be like, so like what's going on, and then he just kind of has like that
Let's talk
info.
aliens.
Yeah. Let's talk like UFOs, aliens, like do all of the stuff that Trump couldn't do if he goes on like a live show
Oh,
or
yeah.
like a recorded show.
Well, it comes out after Trump's dead. One of the two.
Well, that's the thing too. Is like if these escalations or like these attempted murders keep going up and up and up, like I mean, which whiskey do you guys want to drink tonight? I have the entire bar out right now, except for like the flavored ones over there. So we could do Suki, Smoke Wagon again. We could finish this bottle.
Let's finish off Smoke Wagon. Be the official finished bottle on the show.
I'm not even gonna pour that much because I don't know how much is in here. I can't see the bottom of the barrel. You know what I mean?
Getting down
Yeah. I don't know how much is left, but we can see where we're at. It's a little bit less than Phil. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
I have the least amount if it makes you feel any better.
Here we go. I have to drive home, so I'm gonna switch them up.
Okay. All right. Guys, done with the Smoke Wagon. This is actually a really good barrel, like a
It
really
is.
good
there. Is
whiskey.
that another bottle shoot?
No, we only save those for the ones that deserve it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. To another great show tonight. Hopefully we don't get canceled for our first part of the show. I can cut all of that if we need to. Welcome back to B Tier Pod. And
you could just bleep out Trump and just make it funny out of it.
yeah, we could just do like pretending that we're swearing every time we bring
Yeah,
up
exactly.
his name. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, we'll do that. To swearing
The T word.
and the E word.
Yeah. Yeah. It's unfortunate you're not a fan of the J. Henry.
I mean, I don't mind it. What do you mean?
It's well, you weren't.
I wasn't
Tuesday.
keen on it.
Oh, keen.
Yeah.
Keyword keen.
Yeah. I wasn't like.
It's not part of his clique. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't like mad about it. You know what I mean? Like drinking is drinking at the end of the day, and like if
Right.
it gets the job there or done or started,
Oh yeah,
it's a good day.
I'm still. I gotta pick up my bottle of whiskey for Okaboji here in a couple. I talked to my dad today, so we're like, he's like, oh, like, because he called me this morning at 7 o'clock this morning. I wasn't ready to kind of have a conversation with him. He left me a voicemail. It's like 30 seconds long. It's like, fuck, who died? But it's like, no, it's like, hey, like, what were we talking about back in May about what we need to upgrade? It's like, yeah, batteries. We did gotta find a charger for him. We're having issues. So I was like, all right, cool. He's getting ready to go to North Dakota on Friday. They're leaving at 3 o'clock in the morning to make their way up to Devil's Lake, North Dakota. They're gonna spend for 4 days up there. It's like, fuck,
Hell yeah.
yeah. It's like I was a little upset he didn't ask me, but it's like, they probably only have so many people because it's like there's 3 of them that are driving up. They're not pulling a boat. They already have a guy up there that has like a 26-foot boat, like massive. But it's like it's you've been to Devil's Lake?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it's
I've ice fished.
yeah, absolutely huge. And so it's like it makes sense. It's like so they probably already have 4 people on that boat anyways. They're not casters. It's like they'll just drive out, drift it, and go from there. Caught some pike off that way, just drifting and just chilling.
I'll do a little bit of both. I'll throw one over the side and I'll cast with another one.
Yeah. If
Best of both worlds.
Yeah.
if you spend extra money like in Iowa, you can get 3 lines, so just drop 2 and then cast 1.
Or if I spend the extra money here in Wisconsin. I
Yeah,
can
that's
have
true
3
too.
lines.
Yeah. I always like active casting. I know I'm kind of more of a fan of like using top water baits and stuff.
Well, but
So.
you see the action. You know what I mean? Like you've seen it come across the top.
And if nothing happens, you're still like active. Like you're still doing
and
something.
it's just anticipation. Like,
Yeah.
of it
Oh,
just coming across the
this
water,
next cast is
it,
gonna be
it could be it.
Oh, it's gonna
This
be the
next
one.
twitch could
Yeah.
be it. Yeah. Like,
Exactly.
And then seeing a shadow underneath it, just adrenaline.
Or you start seeing the water come, or you see something come up and then
swirling,
swirl
yeah.
back
Oh
down.
yeah. You like reel a little bit too quick for it. You're like, okay, I'm going back for
All
it.
right, you got to
Yeah,
cast
exactly.
back. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I've always liked active fishing, but I know like keeping that sideline is super nice too. Because
Well, that way,
you might catch that catfish, that bottom feeder,
or that
that
if they're
dogfish you're gonna have to kill.
if they're not biting on that bait hanging off the side, I'm probably gonna catch them with my active rod. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna hit one or the other.
Yeah.
And also when you're simply just letting you're trolling, but you're just using the wind to do it. If you got a clip that's going like 15, 25 miles an hour, you're going 2 or 3 miles an hour with the boat. So you can put a rail trap on it, drop it in about 15 to 30 feet.
Deep diver, yeah.
Yeah, that rail trap though will go through there. We caught the only downside is though, like if you're using a rail trap and if a pike's hungry, they'll just inhale it.
They'll smoke it.
Yeah, and it's like like we were doing that. I was thinking it was 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Where Sunday morning we just like, hey, it's nice outside. The water was decent, so let's go out fishing. It's like we didn't want to keep anything. Well,
Kind of have to.
yeah. Well, that's exactly what happened. A pike came in, just wolfed it down, got in the gill plate. It's like, well, we gotta keep it now.
Kind of have.
And it was still 20. I think it was either 29. It was either 30 or 32-inch pike. So I was like, that's perfect for pickling.
Oh yeah.
So we just cut it off, took off the 2 big thick fillets, and there you go. We have a guy that just pickles fish. Wednesday until we leave, we're just eating pickled fish. We're eating jerky, pheasant, venison, all kinds of fun stuff.
When do you leave for that trip?
Tuesday night. It's so I think Okoboji. I think that is
Lake Okoboji is super fun.
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Are you going to like West Lake Okoboji or East?
We don't go to West because it's just there's so much wind and we're sitting in a 16-inch boat, 16-foot boat.
Yeah.
So it tends to, so we spend a lot of time on Minnewaska, East Okoboji. They're still decent sizes, but it's you don't have to worry about as much wind catching up. So we just gotta prepare for that. And it's like it's nice when it's cold. So I will be leaving Tuesday the 8th, and I won't be back until the 13th.
All right, so we're gonna do like 3 podcasts between the 8th and the 13th. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, probably 2.
We could probably do. Oh yeah,
I'll still be here on
I
Monday.
hate to say it, but yeah, we'll probably.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you're back Monday, yeah, we'll.
No, I'll be here that Monday.
He'll be here that Monday. Leave
Yeah.
that Tuesday.
And then you
Tuesday
get back
after.
Sunday.
Yeah.
So like you'll be here for Monday.
Yeah. So I'll be
He'll miss one.
You missed
Just
one.
one, yeah.
If Kata's not here,
I'll
we'll
miss
figure
2
it
in
out.
November.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh okay.
Doing
All right.
vacation or something?
Yeah, I'm going on vacation. out to Vegas and Cali.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
That'll be a lot of fun.
I'm gonna go see a drag race out, like a NHRA race.
Oh, badass.
yeah.
Out in Cali.
You ever make your way down to Eddyville or up north to Bemidji?
Mm-mm.
Oh, those are NAHR races too as well. My neighbor went to the one in Bemidji here a couple weeks ago, but then Eddyville, they do one. They do one about once a month, stuff like that. But they have all the fun stuff. But it's kind of a random place just south of Des Moines.
Yeah, I think we're going for like
East.
championship weekend. So
Oh,
it's like,
Oh,
shit.
so, yeah, it's
hell
gonna be
yeah.
Come on,
packed.
crash.
I'm just going. I'm hoping like a couple like big drivers are gonna be there. Like,
Oh, okay. You follow that
name.
much?
I know names. I don't really follow.
Mhm.
Like I know who they're talking about.
Who is like the number one person you're following, or like know who they're talking about right now for that league?
I guess I'd have to like see a list
Yeah.
because like it all depends on who's
Signing up and whose vehicle
Right.
didn't blow up. You know, 'cause
Right.
they have
who's
Whose
gonna be
vehicle-
who's there. Like
yeah.
right.
Whose vehicle is not
Who
blown
made
up.
weight? You know what I mean? Like there's
Mhm.
a lot of qualifications.
Yeah.
And I had to specify when I say drag race nowadays. So
Oh wait, why? Dude, the only thing I thought of was like two cars racing side by side.
Yeah, right.
which is what I'm going to see. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, neat.
Clarify.
Okay. All right. I was like, well, I'm not gonna judge either way, but dude, yeah, like I don't follow like NASCAR anymore either, but I remember growing up, I always used to like follow Bobby Labonte.
Mm-hmm.
He was
Yeah.
like my guy,
Dale Earnhardt was mine.
Yeah, Earnhardt Jr. stuff like that. I got to see
Earnhart
most of the time.
Jr. I knew,
Gordon.
but
Yeah, of course.
and Gordon,
Yeah.
dude, yeah, the classic.
Never
Is
cared
it
for him as a
24,
racer, but I
28? Don't remember.
Jimmy Johnson.
Oh
Yeah,
my
48.
gosh.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah.
He was always a dirty guy though. He was always a dirty player. But it's the name
So
of the
was
game.
what was his name? Tony Stewart.
Yep. Yeah, Tony Stewart as well.
Do you think drag racing would have like the opportunity to go as global or as international as like NASCAR has?
It's expensive and it's and the market's not as saturated as it is for NASCAR where it gets all the attention for it. Yeah,
I remember there was a whole thing with like a noose in the garage.
Oh, that
Yeah,
was
with
just
Bubba-
a drama queen.
Bubba
When there was just a
Wallace.
rope
Yeah.
chilling.
Yeah. I think he was forecasting like I want to be choked out that night. And so it's like that's what we saw.
I mean, it was right after you crashed into him on purpose, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, so that might have been like a little bit,
right.
little bit geared, huh?
You want to take away how much he sucks to do that. But then again, if you achieve a NASCAR race level, it's like you're
still
pretty
getting
decent.
paid.
Who was the chick that made it pretty
Danica
big?
Patrick.
Danica Patrick.
Yeah, Danica Patrick.
Yeah,
I
she's
remember
interesting.
her.
Yeah,
Yeah, but she was kind of out there. Like she's like I remember
Oh yeah,
her in
you have to
interviews.
date Tony Stewart.
Yeah.
And also Aaron Rodgers at first time.
Oh, she did.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So she did ayahuasca with Aaron Rodgers, confirmed on the podcast.
those
B
two have been
tier
broken up for a
breaking
while.
news.
Yeah. Those two have been broken up for a while, but I watched the interview with her and Sean Ryan, and it was a good conversation. About 4.5 hours long, but it was really well done. Very interesting gal because he starts her when
That's
she
so
went over.
long for an
She started.
interview.
She's from Northern Illinois, so she's not that far from here. She started her career here, and then she got an opportunity. Like I think it was 16 or 17. She jumped over to the Europeans over there and raced over there, and that's a whole nother ballgame over there. Their racing is a whole nother level than it is here.
I want to see in like in person, but I want to go to the Isle of Man and see those like just races over there where they go like 215 miles an hour on I don't know bikes, I guess, but they just cruise. Their elbows are like scratching the surface when they're leaning.
Oh yeah. They had races. They have races down in Phoenix and stuff like that. I've never met anybody, but a lot of the guys that actually were real heavy into it. Like a lot of the guys that race bikes don't ride on the streets, and like a lot of them live in the Phoenix area, so it's like they just don't dare ride it. It's just so.
Do
dangerous.
we know anybody up here that has like a racetrack in their backyard? You know what I mean? Like they have like their just land that they dedicate towards like racing or
My neighbor has
truck,
he's got
even mudding.
my neighbor has like Eli. His neighbor has some land, but all he does is just races RC cars.
Oh, it's just RC cars, not even okay.
Yeah. But no, I don't know anybody that has that kind of land. That's everybody I know is not going to turn hunting land into a playground.
I might be able to get it approved with some go-karts in the rock quarry.
Go-karts. That's like a safe way to do it.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. In the rock quarry, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
It goes back quite a ways.
Be cool. Level it out a little bit.
Well, they got the dump trucks going in and out all day. So, like, they have traffic, like, if they're working that day anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like my dad used to work for the quarries over there in northern Iowa, and they wouldn't let anybody. If you didn't work for the company, you were now step foot on because it opens up for litigation liability.
Well,
If
I
we
hunt.
know
Yeah,
somebody.
like I know the owner, and like I hunt his property, so it's like his
Hunting
property.
and racing are two different ball games. At least when you walk out there, you're walking.
Mm.
Racing, you're
Yeah,
Well,
hunting is
it-
way more
He
dangerous.
allows us with 4-wheelers out there, and
yeah.
like we go
Oh,
mess around out there
man.
all the time.
If you
I
guys
guess
get the
just
opportunity.
ask him. Just don't tell him how many people.
Okay, so
We'll just be like, as long as we stay safe and don't hit any of his equipment, I don't
Yeah.
see why he'd have a
I
problem.
think the equipment's gonna win.
Yeah.
Those tires are fucking
Oh yeah,
huge,
they're
man.
huge.
yeah, I
But
would
you know
not
how
let
many
anyone
times
do
he's driven up in his equipment and scared deer to me in my stand? Like so many times. Just like, oh, he's getting in the tractor now. Hear him starting it up. Deer.
There you go.
Come on,
Right.
big 200. You know.
Oh, Phil, you gotta send me that 190-pound doe that you shot.
Oh yeah.
And then
I'll
also
do-
the video of you catching a shark.
Yeah, I'll do.
There was like two things I
I'll do-
couldn't edit last night.
I'll do both of those right now.
I did not get as much editing done last night as I wish I would have.
Well,
But
yeah, you said a couple
yeah,
clients
and
were
that happens. But yeah, so I got like 5 or 6 videos done on the like 30. Guys, we had a banger of an episode.
We always have a banger of an episode.
Our bucket list episode, or no, the best concert episode was a slap. I mean, it was like we had. It was great. It worked out really, really well for everybody.
For the conversation about concerts.
For sure, yeah, for like everything. Like the whole conversation was like flowy after we got to like minute 45, because that's always when it happens. It's always minute 45, and then everything after that is like a banger, and then everything before that is like, I don't know. It must just be like the time, because I hear it on every other podcast that I listen to now. Because now that I'm back in the podcast field, I'm like always actively looking at ways to like improve a conversation or like make it go like a different way.
Yeah.
Or if you know you want to divert a topic or whatever.
Completely understand. I do the same thing too. It's like when I have a guest on, I usually ask them like, how much time do you have? Do you have like 60 minutes, 90 minutes, 120 minutes? It's that kind of
Yeah.
I can gauge and like how
to flow the combo.
Yeah, exactly.
And
where to end up at.
Plus, like when you study or like when you really start looking at content from like a content eye, from like I'm making it now.
Right.
You start to watch content and like that's almost like you're studying like cadence flow, hit flow,
Oh, yeah.
how everybody talks, like how dynamics work in combos with the lights and all that stuff. Cause it's a little bit different than we would just be like if we were chilling on the couch with nobody recording. But I before you ask that question, I did have a question for both of you.
Ooh, question before a question.
A question before the question. Would you rather have a jet ski or an ATV?
ATV.
Okay, ATV. ATV.
Yeah, because jet skis I can only use it on one piece of land. Where an ATV I can do everywhere and go through creeks. I can go through washes. I can go on top of land, of course. Yeah, exactly. It's just not more fun. And I can drive in the snow.
How about snowmobile or ATV?
ATV.
All right.
So I can drive an ATV year round. Just the only thing is, got to make sure you have a winch on it, so if you get fucking stuck, pull your ass out.
Okay.
Chains on the tires.
Yeah, that too.
All right. I think I would go. I like jet skis a lot. Like they're fun, but I need a lake.
You can only use it 6 months out of the year.
I mean, here,
4 months out of the year.
Yeah, here. Yeah.
Come on, you don't have to get land or lake up here. You know what I mean?
Because you just go down to Missouri, you can pretty much use it year round down there.
Yeah, honestly, go down to the Ozarks. Like we're gonna be fine.
Both of those should be sent your way.
Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, we'll get those up on the channel. Man, we also did a short with like the breakdown of the country and like who would win in a fight. I think that short is gonna go. I hope it goes viral. It was great. I mean, it's edited pretty well right now, but I think like I'm gonna be able to kind of get like the map popped up and the colors filled in and all that stuff. I can't wait to like, edit that out fully. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, there's like, you know how you like when like the gay bathhouse comment, like you just know that like
You put big gay bathhouse in California.
that short
Like
got
if
no
I was
views,
listening and I
but-
heard that, yeah, it would automatically get my attention.
Yeah, but that short got no views, but like you just know, you know what I mean? Like that like that.
Well, you just called it a bathhouse. You didn't say what kind, so.
The woke mom is gonna kill us.
All right,
Drag racing, okay?
yeah. Drag racist.
Yeah, drag racing. All right, Jeff, you can go ahead and answer. Go ahead and ask. Go
All
ahead,
right,
Steve.
so this is the question. Now, there's no stipulations on it, so you can be as exotic as you want. Name an animal you could beat in a fight. Start with Brady.
That's a good question.
This has to be your question.
This is my one question in the hat.
Yep.
Name an animal I could beat in a fight.
Yep. Be exotic as you want. You can use any weapons you want. There's no stipulation.
Oh, no stipulation.
Yeah.
Oh,
But a fight is hand to hand.
Oh,
you
yeah,
can still
yeah.
use
yeah, I was gonna
knife.
say, I feel like it's hand-to-hand
Yeah.
combat.
Go knife or you go machete, you know? Because if you try to take on a gorilla, good fucking luck.
Yeah.
I don't
Or a
want
bear.
to. I don't want to fight a dolphin because it'll end up like a chimpanzee would fuck me up too.
Probably rip your balls off before you have a chance.
Man. If I could beat one animal in a fight, hand-to-hand combat, no knives, no guns, I think I could probably take like a puma.
Oh, okay. All right.
I think I could take like a 120-pound cat in a fight.
Squirrely, man. They're squirrely. They're fast. They got long teeth.
Yeah. But you know, I think I could just like uppercut it real quick.
Hadouken.
Just one to the jaw, loosen that front tooth out, you know, and then just like take it by its head and throw it into the ground.
If you're playing your punch right, just stick it in the back of the throat, and just as it's trying to back out, you just grab its tongue and just pull it.
Yeah,
Pull its
exactly.
esophagus out.
Pull the tongue out from within the cat. So yeah, a puma. I can take it.
There you go. What about you?
I'd probably say a coyote.
Coyote? There you go. 40 pounds. Not too bad.
Only thing I could probably like get enough like momentum with, I guess. I think.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we don't really have to fight. I mean, if you want to be like heroic, you know, you pick something big. But dude, if
But
you're
you gotta
doing
be smart about it. If
Mhm.
like I'm choosing this
coyote's got a
fight,
nasty bite, but you
Like, if
could
I'm-
definitely take it out.
if it's that or me, like I'm definitely gonna take that out. You know what I mean? Now if it's me versus the bear is probably gonna win.
Yeah.
I think I could take a bear. Hand to hand.
A koala maybe.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I was just not the kind of bear, like a red panda. You know, I could maybe take. I didn't say grizzly. I didn't say you know, polar bear. Like those things are ferocious.
Right. Right. I'd go after an ibex.
Mm.
Yeah.
A what?
An ibex. Because their horns are part of the skull, so they don't break off. So it's like, I choke the motherfucker out and go rear naked choke on that guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Talk about a heck of a trophy. Good food.
You think you could take like a ram in a fight?
As long as I don't have to go head to head, yeah.
Which head you to use?
Either of them won't work.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's
That's a lose-lose situation.
Iraqi joke right there. Middle Eastern joke. Durka durka.
And yeah, that's a good question, honestly. Yeah, I think I could take it. I think I could take a cat. Yeah, I mean, if you got like I get it. Like, yeah, they're ferocious, whatever. But if I've seen it in Far Cry before, like where you get attacked by a wild cat. All you have to do is like grab the throat, and then you just slam its head. You know, I might not have a knife on me, but I can drown it out in a pool of water. You know what I mean?
Hey, go all kangaroo, you know, back yourself into a bottle of water and body water and just kind of get you, I'm gonna drown you.
Yeah.
That's why if you ever watch them fight dingoes, they always go into a body of water and they
Dude,
drown.
kangaroos are like, I mean, they like box. Like they
Mhm.
straight up kick you into the wall if they want to.
But their biggest thing is claws are sharp, so it's like you gotta be getting gored, getting your gut cut open.
Do you think you could take a chimpanzee in a fight? I thought about it right away. I was like, maybe I can take a chimp.
A wild one, or are they trained? like a humanly
They're wild, feral.
Yeah, I didn't even
Probably
think. I didn't
not,
think a
no.
good
But
round.
even the human ones are feral though. Like to be honest, like
Yeah,
the second that they see something that they don't like, they're like, okay, now I'm gonna like bite your face
Mm.
off. You know what I mean?
usually it's always the weird women that have them too.
Always. Well, what are they doing with it, Jeff?
Well, you know they gotta have
What's
some
the
type of man.
implication? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, at least this one doesn't talk back to him.
yeah, right.
Or
Yeah,
leave him.
right.
That's it's like he's not gonna leave. You leave my face off first.
Yeah. I mean, white women should stick to dogs. Okay.
Cats, the crazy cat ladies.
Oh yeah, cats too, and
Yep.
get their neuroplasticity worms or whatever, and
Yeah.
let them cook for a minute. You know.
Carol Baskin's included in that.
Yeah.
Crazy cat lady.
Carol Baskin's great. She's like an American success story. Just like
She managed to
I'm
have a
surprised I
successful-
never heard about her before the documentary. You know.
You're right. Yeah, no kidding. Considering like she's got several 100 million views and I don't know, probably a few million followers too as well.
Yeah. How about this? If you could
She's
own,
mean. Cat
if you could own one exotic pet or animal, what would it be?
An elephant.
Why?
Because they're loyal. They remember you. You know, nobody fucks with an elephant.
Where would you put it though?
He'd
I'm
ride
going to
it.
fucking Texas, man. We're going to Texas.
You ride it.
Yeah, exactly.
You
That'd
know,
be
like
my daily
Wisconsin-
driver.
Right.
Yeah, the A to B car. You know, like you can. So in Wisconsin, there's no like legal ramifications for owning any exotic animal. You could have a penguin in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Well, if you keep it alive in the summertime, keep it going, go for it.
Well, I mean, it's not like they're that crazy to keep alive during the summertime. You just have to keep them below like 70 degrees or whatever, so they don't overheat. But yeah, I thought that was like a weird stat that because like everybody thinks, oh, like Texas. Texas is like where you're gonna go keep all your animals that are like shouldn't be there, right? Tigers, lions, whatever it is. But in Wisconsin, you can keep every single animal here as long as you are like as long as you get it like or like approved to buy the animal, you can keep the animal here. And that's the hard part though, is like the exotic
Oh.
pet people who like sell them, like they never sell you animals without
Hmm.
like knowing that they have a good habitat, you know?
Right.
Because you can't buy a koala bear
And
and
just
be
take
like,
it to
oh,
the
you don't have
house,
any
yeah.
eucalyptus. Oh, you want HIV? Like,
Yeah.
okay, you can't do that.
You know that's
You know what I
chlamydia.
mean?
You just can't.
Okay, so he said elephant. How about you?
I'd want a giraffe.
You're even going bigger
Yeah.
and more wild. What are you gonna do with a giraffe?
I'm gonna ride him too.
You can't.
We're going.
It's a really high sloping back.
You're gonna break his neck like day one.
He'll break mine. Kicking me off or something.
Yeah.
The old giraffe buck
you look
too.
down, you're like 15 feet up. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? A long
Oh
drive.
shit!
Yeah. Let's go over the river.
A baby giraffe, okay, a baby giraffe. It'll be fine. You sit down on top of it, and his neck is just like
That's
falls
usually-
forward into the dirt. Like
That's how the big bulls kill off the younger males. They'll
bonk
use it-
them.
Yeah, they'll just use their neck and just knock them out.
Just
kill 'em.
one good kick to the dome.
Nah, they don't really can't kick. They just use their head like a whip.
I imagine that that's how you like test your young out in the wild. You're just like, okay, how far can you fall? And then you push them out of the nest, you know? Then your baby birds just like drop, break their necks, never
Or I'd
fly
take
again.
A pack of hyenas. Then I could train them to hunt.
There
That'd be
you
a
go.
dangerous combo. That would be cool. If I had to get one exotic pet, I would take a sloth. Because they don't do anything. And like if I left his food bowl on the other side of the room, it would take him like 8 hours to get there. So like by the time I got back from work, he would be like finally fed. You know what I mean? Like just slowly crawling.
Oh, that's
Moves like
funny.
1 mile an hour. I would love that. I would love to have one. But oh my god, I looked it up. They're like $5,000 to buy.
Oh, a sloth.
Yeah, and then you need an exotic license in every state for that one. Because sellers won't sell it to you if you don't have any type of training or whatever. Same thing with capybaras. I was gonna buy a capybara once, and they're like 3K to buy, and they
Just going
import
to Florida.
they fly them in from Australia. I
Oh,
guess
capybara.
Florida probably
Yeah,
has them
because
too now.
they were imported back in like the 1910
But
as for part of the fur trade.
the
But they
capybara is just like a giant
rodent. Yeah,
rodent. Yeah, it's
they're
just like a
not worth
giant.
it.
I don't know, a gerbil, I guess.
Mhm.
They're like a hamster, but they're like 50 times bigger. And I've always wanted one. Like, I think it would be really fun to just, like, set a pool out in the front yard for them, let them run around or whatever. Like, they don't really do anything, but, like, they're just giant
They
gerbils.
eat.
Yeah. Well, I
They've
mean,
just
that's like everything,
they're an
though. If you buy
invasive
rabbit,
species.
like, oh, are they?
Down in
Yeah.
Florida, they are.
What are those
They
like
thrive down there.
flying squirrel like pets?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Sugar gliders.
Yeah,
sugar gliders. Yeah,
glider. Those would be super cool.
those are
Yeah.
finicky. Those are delicate habitat stuff like that you have to maintain.
They're
They can get sick very easily.
they're kinda,
And
I mean,
nocturnal as well.
not as much as, like, bearded dragons, but they have, like, the, how much is your humidity gonna
Oh
be in the
yeah.
habitat, and how much is your, like, your temperature and all that. What is it? Who do we work with? He has a bunch of them. Can't think of his name right now. Trey. Trey has like 15 or 20 sugar gliders.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Holy
And he
cow.
always tries to sell them. So if you ever want to buy one from him, do it, because I think he has babies. Like his like sugar gliders have babies like every 4 to 5 months.
That's good to know.
And they'll eat them
And
too. They'll cannibalize them.
yeah, but if he wants to get rid of them before they
Yeah,
obviously
yeah,
die.
Yeah.
So he's just been trying to sell them for like the last couple years. So if you ever need one from him, like that would be a way to go. But he says they just kind of like fly around and they're weird. They're weird. Like
Mhm.
he even calls them weird, and you know
They're
him.
introverts of the wildlife.
Yeah,
Aren't they also nocturnal? Or
Yep.
are they active
I'm
at night?
pretty
yeah,
sure
they're like
like
partially
bats,
at
yeah.
nocturnal. So which is weird to me. I don't
Yeah.
think I'd want to own a bat at any point in my life. Man, the one time oh my gosh, I had a bat in my house, right? And one of my buddies was over. It was like, I don't know, we were middle schoolers at the time. And I remember he called his dad because we didn't know what to do with the bat. We were like, what do we do? Like my dad's gone, I have no family, whatever. Uh, and we were like, what do we do in this scenario? We have a bat flying around my living room, and it's just circling and like swoops down,
Mhm.
and just antagonizing me as a middle schooler. I was terrified. And he's
Don't
like,
bat.
"This is what you got to do." And like whatever, PETA is probably gonna get mad. I don't know. ATF might even get mad at
Pretty
this one.
tasty animals.
Yeah, right. He's like, "Go grab a tennis racket," and I was like, "Okay, I get what you're putting down." And because he was like, "Yeah, you don't want to be cruel to it, so go ahead and tie a pillow to the end of that." So we like duct taped the pillow around the tennis racket, and we were just swinging at it, just bopped it once, got it down on the ground, and he's like, "Okay, quick, grab a dustpan." We like had him on speakerphone, and then we just swooped that thing outside. Never had it again. But yeah, it's like what a bat, like
Right.
of all things. We've had one here before. Like knocked it down with like a broom, and then you just kind of like sweep it outside. But I think the thing is like you put them down where they are, and then when you wake up in the morning, they're gone.
Mhm.
And you like don't know where they went. So it's like, okay,
Right.
does he have a broken wing? Did he make it out alive? Like what happened?
Get,
I
get
hate that.
eaten. Yeah, I've done. I use my mode is just using like a blanket or a towel and just kind of throw it at them. And this way, then the way of the towel will just fall right on top of them.
Yeah.
Kind of cushions the blow. They'll get wrapped up into it. Then you're able to take it out of the house, unravel it, and then you can grab them behind the back of the wings and like that. Their heads are.
Oh, I would
long
not touch that thing.
yeah, they're fine. You just wash your hands.
Yeah.
They're easy. They're easier. They're cleaner than dealing with an
It's-
iguana. Iguanas have the salmonella on them. So you
There
have to-
was a
How much your iguana?
when I was at work I don't know, it was a couple months ago. We had one of our superiors. He picked up a dead bird by his leg and tossed it over the fence. Like didn't grab gloves or anything. And like we have the option to do that there. And I was just like, what are you doing? Like,
Yeah.
what? Dude, just grab gloves. I was running back into the houses to go grab gloves to just go like, throw that thing over the fence or whatever.
Mhm.
I come back outside and he's just already throwing it. No gloves, no nothing. Just throws it over the
Dang
fence.
it. Yeah, that's a Gen Xer for you.
I mean, he's probably our age.
Oh, is your age?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was I guess I probably can't. I'm not gonna dox
it-
anything, but yeah.
Don't drop his name.
But
Kyle
yeah,
starts
just an
with an L.
interesting fellow for
I
sure.
kind of figured that's who it was.
Yeah, third shift guy. But anyway, he yeah, just yossed it over, like no gloves or nothing. And the other soup looked at me and she's like, "Yeah, I would have grabbed gloves too. You were probably doing the smart thing." But
Or dead. It's
obviously,
not like it's gonna hop away.
yeah, but you don't want our kids to eat it.
They
Where I work, like
they-
you
they-
never
They already
know.
tried that.
Yeah. But yeah,
I
so
guess if she is a fan, you got to worry about cannibalism, huh?
yeah. It's a different breed that we work with.
Our army against
Okay.
theirs.
Do you guys have any rabies stories at all? Like where you've been bit by anything or anything?
I wouldn't want to because rabies it's a pain in the ass to go through all this
Yeah,
stuff.
I don't even know like what. I know a lot of people who have like Lyme's disease at
Mhm.
some point in their life, and obviously like you just have to get like all your de-inflammation stuff. But yeah, I've never had rabies before, never anything like that. I don't know what it looks like in humans.
It really isn't. It's
Like,
more,
do I
it
go
just-
to
it-
bed one
it just-
night and then wake up at 2 a.m. with like a foamy mouth, and I'm like, babe,
No, you
call the cops.
usually die.
Oh, you just die.
Yeah, it doesn't have a very high survival rate. You have to go
it's
through a bunch of shots.
tragic.
You have to get multiple shots throughout the course of like 6 weeks. You have to get blood drawn and stuff like that too as well.
Fun.
It's not a fun process. I've never been bitten to where I have to get rabies shots, but it's like you don't want to. That's why it's like for me when I go out in the wild, is I always carry a gun with me because like I am not fucking around with the foam in the mouth.
Yeah, like a raccoon.
Yeah, exactly.
Raccoon,
Oh, yeah.
possum,
Possums.
skunk.
Yep, skunks. I was hunting over down by over in Stoddard there, and it's like I hear something walking through the road. It's like the cadence was just perfect for a deer. I'm at full draw. Here comes the possum.
Oh,
It comes around the corner. I'm at full
slow
draw.
trot. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm at full draw. It's like fucking possum.
Smoke.
Yeah, I thought about it, but it's like he looked at me like
Not
fuck,
even a
I
waste.
need to
Not
back-
even
I
a
need to
waste
back
of
up.
Smoke.
not even a waste of ammo or nothing
Yeah.
at that point.
He
Like
just
you get your
backed up.
sidearm out.
His would be a lot quieter than mine.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, I saw it and it's like, and he looked at me. He's like, "This guy looks like he practices." So he just backs up, turns around like, "Yep, gone."
My
Yeah.
buddy has like an old Snapchat video of him going into the woods, and there's like a clearing, right? There's a raccoon that comes up in the middle of the clearing,
Mhm.
minding his own business, and my buddy's like kind of hiding behind like the bushes, like in the before the clearing, and he's like turns the camera around. He's like, "Watch this," and then he turns it back around to like the raccoon, and he runs at it. And then he scares the raccoon, and the raccoon's like, ah! And then flips out like on his back and is like panicking, and then he just dips in the forest. I always thought that video is like one of my. It never went viral. It never went online like to anything major. But his Snapchat video like is one of the funniest things ever.
Watch this.
Yeah, like because he knows what he's about to do, and then he just scares the living hell out of it.
It's not his first time scaring this raccoon.
Probably not. And this raccoon's going through it at that point. Like it is yeah. So like that's pretty funny.
The worst ones is when you have a
But-
female raccoon coming through, you're sitting in your tree stand, and all of a sudden you like hear a whole bunch of what's like, oh, this is cool. Like there's actually a bachelorette party walking underneath you, and then the light comes up, and it's like
Bachelorette
all you see is fucking coons. Like what the fuck? Like all excited because it's like I'm just waiting to just give me enough legal light. I can draw back and shoot one. Nope, it's a fucking coon.
Or coyotes.
Never had a coyote stink. I've grunted in a coyote before,
Mm.
and because like my wife girlfriend at the time, she nudged me. There's one of those, so I grab her. I here's the rangefinder. You just tell me where he's at, and I'll just kind of just go from there. But it's weird though. It's like he got in within 40 yards, then it's like then he just kept on getting further and further and further out. And we watched him cross a 300-yard field, all out in the open, and just you'd stop 10 yards, come back and look, going back and forth. Yeah.
Do you know what the ruling is if you see like a fox? Can you kill a fox?
You have to.
Are they endangered?
No, they're not endangered. It all depends if you need a fur bearer's license on it.
Okay.
It all depends on the state.
I wonder. I don't know. I see them often around here. Like I'll just step outside my house and I'll see like a fox running across the street or
Mhm.
whatever. I saw one last night when I was taking out trash. like it just happens randomly, and you're like, oh yeah, like what are you
Wow,
doing?
here in the middle,
Yeah.
of town.
Well, it gets scared too, because like obviously you see it, and it notices that you see it, and then it just darts.
Bolts, yeah.
Mhm.
But I always wondered, like, not that I would kill a fox. I feel like they wouldn't really taste good anyway. But
They usually carry disease.
yeah,
Disease
oh,
or
I
some type
believe
of
that.
so they don't ever recommend it. Like you can keep them as pets stuff like that, but their labs are weird.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you've seen those videos on YouTube where they just have a weird cackle to them.
Oh yeah, I mean, they're like haunted, right?
Yeah.
Everybody thinks that they're like a witch in disguise.
But they're just like dogs, though. They're lovey. They like to get snuggles and cuddles and stuff like that. Just
Would you ever own a fox if
Ah.
you could? Like if you could get it from birth?
I don't think so. I don't think I'd go that far.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah. I feel like that would be one thing where I would be okay with, like, because
I'm too active
What
to have
is-
one.
is
you
a
know?
fox a dog? Like a type of dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It comes from like the dog genome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Or wolf genome, I guess. I never thought about that. I was like, what is a
Could be a
fox?
coyote offshoot.
Like a hyena or something weird like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It could be something that was from back when all the continents were together before we all separated. Continental divide.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Could be something
So
from
we
like
have speed goats. So we have no natural predator that kills them. So it's like they go
a
they can go 70
speed
miles an hour.
goat. What's the difference
Oh,
between a speed
antelope.
goat? Oh,
Antelope,
antelope.
Yeah, they're just called speed goats because they just fucking just book it.
Yeah, they go
Okay.
80 miles.
Yeah, but the only land animal right now that
80
can
is
kill them is a
weak.
cheetah, and
Weak.
cheetahs haven't
Yeah,
been here for a while.
my car can go way faster than 80.
Yeah,
What
see,
do
the
you
thing
think
is,
it's
like-
gonna outrun my car?
yeah, but they tend to.
I'm a natural born apex predator in my car.
Once you get out towards Cedar,
In that terrain,
Cedar
yeah,
Rapids.
I take the antelope
Oh,
every time.
Ford F-150 Raptor. I don't know. I can. Oh, a Jeep. I can take it.
yeah, you get out towards Rapid City, South Dakota, you see goats all over the place.
I
I have
didn't
my
know
two
they were like
buddies-
really in the wild much.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
all over South Dakota,
I
Nebraska.
saw I saw my first one out in South Dakota when I went out and visited my mom.
Mhm.
I saw. I guess I only know captive goats, so it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really mean anything. But
Yeah.
are antelopes not goats?
They're part of the goat family.
They're part of
So
the
it comes-
goat,
yeah.
Everything's a
tasty.
goat. Everything's a
I
goat.
also saw my first muley when I was out there.
Okay.
A bighorn is always if you want to see goats going out there, whitetail on your way up, mule deer on their way up, and then you see moose at the top of the mountain.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I had a bull moose at 15 yards, and he was a big fucker too. It's like he's
Ah.
probably like at least 1,000 pounds. So he was probably teenage one, but he was big. And it's like we were shooting a 3D course, and he happened to see the tiger, and he could visibly see him like, what the fuck is that?
That's awesome.
No, but the downside is next year when they go out to show or next year for Mount Archery Fest, they're not going to be making it back out. They just couldn't get the draw.
Mm.
You know, they were because when a archery fest of
Did
some
you
sort
want more?
goes
No, I'm
out
good.
to a
You sure?
resort, they usually make
I'm
them
good.
sign like a 2 or 3 year
Did
contract.
you pour the Chantanuga?
I did.
Should I have more Chantanuga or chat? Answer my question.
It's Chattanooga.
Did
I
I
know what you're
have-
saying.
Tukey or Chantanuga?
That has chat in the name.
Oh,
So
Yep, there you
Chat
go.
already
I think
answered.
they answered.
man, you guys are lame.
The peanut gallery here is giving them shit.
Oh man, no. So never have a doll moment. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the moral of the story, I guess. Never have a dull moment. So, guys, I kind of want to ask another question from the hat,
Go for it.
but I don't know if we're done talking about hunting.
I'm done.
Yeah, we could be done.
He goes, yeah. Well, because we could talk about it forever.
I
Right.
know, yeah.
And by we, I mean like you two, and I can.
I mean,
like,
you can always
I
come
can
back
nod my
up.
head and be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah. Oh, it probably will. I'll probably ask you the question, and it'll be like, oh, what do you want to hunt?
I don't think I wrote that one down.
You never know. Never know. Like I might have written it down. You know. Haven't asked a question in a while.
Bucket
Wait.
list thing kind of encapsulates.
Hold up. Did we already? Yeah. So for the edit that we ended up doing for the bucket list one, I think you only mentioned hunts.
Yeah.
So I have like 15 seconds of you like, oh, I want to go do a safari. Oh, I want to go up here and do elk hunting. Oh, I want to go up here and do a bear hunt. And that's fine, but it's all hunting.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
I love that though.
the upside is that everybody can come with me, and it's not exotic. It's like
Yeah.
it's like it's all during the winter time where nobody wants to
Man.
be outside or
Dude, that
I
bear-
do a whole lot.
That bear hunt, I
wanna be
want to
outside.
go. I want to go so bad, but that one's up in. Isn't that one
New
up in
Brunswick,
Canada?
yeah. Well, I'm talking to the guy, and he wants to put his points to go out to Colorado, but I told him, I was like, well, now you have to put points in, so you could be waiting 2, 3, 4, 5 years before you get drawn. Where it's like it's over the counter and you go up there.
You had told me like even to do an elk hunt, you have to like draw 5 years ahead. It's
Yeah,
like,
you have to put in points.
I'm never
so
gonna
that-
do an elk hunt at that rate.
Yeah, it all depends on what
It's
you
like getting season tickets for the Packers. It's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like there's one of my friends that I shoot with up in Green Bay, and it's like his dad put him in the to get tickets, and he's in it. I think he's 35, 36, something like that. It took him 30 some odd years, and it's like his dad knew he couldn't do it, so he put it in his son's name. So by the time he could actually enjoy it, he'd be ready to go. I just think
Yeah.
as long as he doesn't get divorced, he'll be able to keep him.
that's the whole thing.
Yeah,
It's
because his wife's
the
a
whole
Packer fan
thing.
too.
Yeah. No, I had a buddy growing up who had season tickets, and then he got rid of them. And like his family went back into the drawing after his grandparents got rid of them, and they will never get him back. It's like a 75-year waiting list.
Oh,
at
yeah,
this
at
point.
It's a long
At
time.
It's like, why would you ever get rid of them? It's like
I just hand them down. Yeah.
it is the same. It is the exact same mentality as like these boomers who like get rid of their land and like sell it out of like their family, and then now that their family's been through 2 generations of inner city Chicago, they want to move back out to New Brunswick, whatever.
that was my biggest
Middle of
thing.
nowhere.
I tell Doug is don't sell that land.
Never sell the land,
Yeah.
Doug. I'm talking to you, Doug.
Yeah. I haven't followed up with him to see how his biopsies have been going.
Can you like hit him up?
Yeah.
I want to talk to Doug, man. I haven't.
Yeah.
He's like a Steve type character. Like
Oh, yeah.
he's got like the best combos at the best times. But he did like a bunch of state penitentiary stuff.
He worked
and-
for in Rochester at the state pen there.
So
Oh, nice.
He was a legalized drug dealer. in
Nice.
Minnesota.
The pharmacist.
Yeah.
Got
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Got it.
But he's got some good tales.
Oh, I bet.
He's a good dude. He likes to drink too. It's like the whiskey we're doing here.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, he likes
this
quality.
this is like his area.
Have him on the pod.
No, he lives down in Iowa.
Mm.
So.
I mean, we could bring the pod to his place.
You work weekends, man. Well, you know, actually, no, he's off. So it's like we had to figure out a weekend. We had
We
to
just
find a
figure out
weekend
a
where I
day
can go
that
down
we
there
could.
with you. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's not a day trip; it's a weekend trip because it's 5 hours one way.
Okay.
So it's like it's not a day trip.
Would the wife be okay with that if we were to
I
go?
don't see why not.
Yeah, I could convince Kayla to be like, yeah, we're going down
I
to
could
Iowa
convince
for a
wife.
weekend. I feel bad because I feel like I can get away with anything.
Well, wifey and Kayla could hang out.
Yeah,
You know.
that's true. They'd have the whole weekend together.
Yeah.
Alicia could hang out with them too. So
It's not if it's during the week. It's like it depends on how much she's burnt out. Because like she was telling me, like the next 3 weeks are like fucked. Like she was thinking about like she play with the idea about instead of taking the PTO that she has off for the upcoming Oktoberfest weekend. She thought about giving it back, and it's like you're gonna be so swamped
Rip,
between now and then.
rip.
Like you need that break. And she's going like, now it's like I have so much PTO, I don't know what to do with it.
did I?
I don't
No,
know.
I don't think so. You just dropped your phone.
Well, somebody texted me.
It might be my pictures coming through finally.
Oh my god, that was like an hour
I
ago.
know.
That was like 1 hour ago.
Yeah, I
so
don't know. Could be that video.
Could be that video. Yeah. No, the reason that I say that though is that if we had a guys trip down to Iowa, that
That
would
thing is
be,
he has a whole separate house for us to hang out at.
and we set up a pod there.
Oh yeah.
Oh
it'd be fucking legit.
my.
It'd be
Oh
legit.
my. Can you
John's in
imagine?
Florida, so he won't be able to join us, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, but we wouldn't have enough mics anyways, would we?
Well, you would have. Well, my board holds 4.
I
Your
guess I
board
do.
holds 4.
I do have 2 like NVs in there, but yeah, this is only 4. We'd have to plug in yours into the external on this,
Oh shit, yeah.
and then we could do more mixed mics. We'd
Yeah.
have 6 people on the pod. I don't know what that would look like.
Pretty
The
fun.
That'd be
the
wild.
dynamic
That'd be
after like
sick.
3 or 4 people is absurd.
I think my biggest podcast I had was like 7 guys. It was over. It was R100 about 7-8 years ago. It was over there in Sparta, and we shot. Well, I didn't shoot the course, but I met up with the guys over there at the campground just south there of Sparta, and we sat there. We just sitting around the campfire, passing mics around, drinking beer. It was good. Fucking hot as balls, just fun.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know? Those guys were camping. It's like I'm going home, guys.
Yeah, I know I've always mentioned that if we have more than like 5 people, I think we just pass one mic around because then not everybody's talking over each other and everything. Like
Valid.
we had an issue with that with just like you, me, Kato, and Phil. Like,
Yeah,
you know
'cause,
what I
like,
mean? So it's
Kyle
like
and I were having a conversation. You guys were having a
we
conversation.
were like talking to and you know, viewers obviously at home, like that's not how you present a podcast at all. Although it's fun
We'll
and
get there.
yeah, we're just good enough right now. So like I get it,
Yeah,
but
we're just good enough. That's what B tier
yeah,
is.
that's what B tier
Which is
is.
good
It's not
enough.
even A tier. You know what I mean? It's not God tier. It's not S tier. Just B tier. All right. So, would you ever go on a reality TV
Ooh.
show? And if so, which one?
Oh, there was a one that is. I don't know if it's still going on, but there is one that's called the Last One or something like that. It's
Last one. Yep.
Yeah, it's based on it's a survival one out of Alaska, and you're on your own. You have to set everything up by scratch. You have some workable tools, and then then you're able whoever lasts the longest wins. I think it's like $500,000 or something like
Yeah.
that, $1 million. And one guy that won it, he managed the last 60 days, and what was the defining factor for him was that he was able to establish shelter, find water, and shoot a moose.
Right.
That's how he was able to survive. Most everybody else was out on average was like 20 days. Next guy the guy that took second place was still in the mid 40s.
Mid 40s for what?
The guy for how long he was
Like
out there because
40 days.
Yeah,
40 days.
Day two, excuse me,
Okay.
day 2 was 59 days. So whoever it's like the one's the last 2 is like whoever gives up first.
Right.
But you don't
Okay.
know who. Gives
Yeah,
up
you don't
first.
know who gives up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you do have like a sat radio, so if something bad happens, like you break your leg or something like that.
Yeah,
you
I would
break
hope
that
you
you
get
have
help.
a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah.
you get evac'd out.
Well,
Or if you're tapping out or whatever.
oh man, so there's
Yeah.
been like a whole thing going on with that right now, where game shows like that are
Was it-
hosted officially.
Yeah,
right?
was it Survivors at season 47?
48, 47.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
something
who
like
the
that.
fuck still watch this show?
I do.
I remember
A
watching
lot
the
of
first
people
one.
watch Survivor,
I
dude.
do.
A
I'd
lot
rather-
of people watch
Apparently.
Survivor.
That's one show I'd probably be on. I'd be on Survivor or Alone, you know.
You think you'd be on Survivor?
If I learned how to swim, yes. That's my one thing stopping me.
You don't know how to swim?
I don't know how to swim. But I'll ice fish and I'll go fishing on the boat. I ain't going in the water though.
Okay.
Well, I guess we're pushing him off the dock.
Yeah, I guess,
Figure it out,
we're
bitch.
like,
It's like, hey, it's like
Like,
there's
if
only
I-
one way
like-
to learn.
Like if I had to survive, I could probably keep myself up for a little bit. But yeah, I don't
How
know.
do you tread water, Phil?
Pushing my arms outward and
Okay, so swimming is
Circling
the
my legs.
same as that, but just pushing forward. You know how to swim.
I'm sure I could figure it out. Yeah. I just
Uh,
do it.
what would be like the minimum depth of water that you would try to learn how to swim?
Like minimum depth.
Yeah, like 10 feet,
I'd probably
5
say
feet.
like 5-6 feet.
how tall are you?
Like 5'6".
Okay, so as long as you're at 6 foot depth of water, you're gonna tread water.
Right.
yeah.
6 feet. Yeah.
That's like
So
not
that way, if
that's
I
like
had
not
to,
that
I
deep.
could like drop down and push off the bottom. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So maybe we teach you how to swim. B tier teaches Phil how to swim. It'd be, dude, survival wise, you need to know. Because you don't want to get caught dead because you don't know how to swim.
Why? I'll just make a boat, drop trees, and make a raft.
As
You get-
long as you have cutting tools. That's
Yeah,
all
like,
right. You'd be a
like you might just
long
be
day.
floating. You might just be floating down
Shut
there.
up, I'm just
like,
floating. I'm just floating then.
Yeah,
Be
but you
karate
need to know how to
chopping
swim.
That's how I go.
He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna sink to the bottom.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh man, that's the
Peaceful
way to
death as my
go.
last breath leaves my body.
I like the survivor answer, but yeah, learn how to swim.
Survivor or Alone, where I don't necessarily have to swim. That's more like
Oh,
the
is alone like
Last of
naked
Us.
and afraid alone?
But you're
That
No,
you're
you're
clothed,
clothed, yeah.
and it's like usually like negative weather. And
Usually start right in the fall, because this way then you can legally get tags and you can hunt.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
that's the
like
reason why
allow
that's,
you to hunt. They like allow you to bring like 10 items or whatever.
Okay.
So like a bow and arrows, and then like a tarp or like
Oh, you can
sleeping
get a
bag.
tent?
No, a tarp, sleeping bag.
Like, let me set up my solar generator. I got my backup battery.
Like
I
I
can
don't
charge
think
my
you
phone.
can take like certain things, but like I'm sure there's like a list that you can and cannot take.
Oh, yeah, no. So, like, with all of these game shows that are like Survivor or Alone, Naked and Afraid, all of those, they have very, very strict FDA regulations, I'm going to guess. I don't know if it's FDA regulated or whatever, but they
Well,
are.
contract. You're signing a contract.
Yeah. Well, right now, there's a lot of heat going on with the Mr. Beast organization
oh yeah,
on YouTube. And it's because they haven't been following any of those guidelines that you're supposed to follow as a game show. Like, you're supposed to represent that, like, yes, this is entertainment value.
Mhm.
Yes, no matter what you do here, it is a game show. It is like almost doctored results because a lot of that stuff on TV is like that, right?
Right.
And Mr. Beast organization.
labor laws. I think it comes in like a combination of labor laws.
Yeah, it's like it's a whole slew of things. If you're gonna do like a giveaway, like you have to have like there's 5, 10 different stipulations that have to happen before you do a giveaway. It has to be random. It has to be, mitigated on the fact that you don't spend money to get into the giveaway.
Mhm.
There's a bunch of things to do in order to like win a giveaway, and the way that this kind of like they've been treating Mr. Beast like it's not a game show for like the last 5, 6 years he's been on YouTube or doing all of these things on YouTube. And then now that he's going to Amazon, he's like getting an Amazon TV show. Amazon is figuring out that he hasn't been running these like giveaways, he hasn't been running these game shows, how a normal game show like Alone or Survivor or Lost or not Lost.
Which well
Great
before you get
Escape,
into your
um,
your point, what show you be on?
well, I guess I have to continue the point, Jeff.
Oh,
Because
I got you. Oh, I didn't know, because maybe your decision will also move into
no, the reality TV show I'm going to be on is nothing like you guys would even think. You're not going to like the answer, right?
Big Brother. You know,
No, he's going Wheel of Fortune.
or no, too hot to handle. You know that show.
Yeah.
He's going Hot
with
Ones.
his cum cutters and stuff.
Oh, well, you can't spoil it, but yeah,
Hot Ones. There we go. Yeah, should go as Jesus.
you can't spoil it. Okay, come on.
He's going Hot Ones.
I'll go as Lord Peppa, but yeah. So okay, no,
fucking Peppa here.
it's like yeah. So Mr. Beast is like finding out that Amazon has all of the regulations that all these other TV shows have had for years. And they might not be able to release all of the pre-recorded stuff that he has for the show because it doesn't follow like FDA guidelines and whatever else. So that's like a whole thing going on YouTube right now. And then on top of that, you have like the Delaware thing going on.
Oh yeah.
You have like there's like an organized Mr. Beast attack right now, and I love watching it. The drama is like absurd. And since we just finished the Dr. Disrespect stuff,
I was
it's only
like,
getting
how do we
better.
sign one up for him now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, right.
What chip out 2024?
how did his stream go the other day? Did he get back?
Dr. Disrespect.
Yeah, he said he was going to. Did he?
Dude, it was the hardest thing to watch of all time.
Pretty
So
cringe.
I
Pretty
was getting
Pretty Sigma.
I was getting mad at this
Pretty bet.
at some point because he goes live again, right? 5-minute countdown, whatever. He goes on to like his entire bit. He did his entire bit for the first 20 minutes. Guy plays Wordle. Like nothing's happening. Like nothing. Like nobody in
Like
chat.
no time's passed.
Like everybody in chat is not saying like show the fucking messages. Hey, show what the fuck you're doing. What is the truth? What's happening? What happened with Twitch? Why the ban? Everything. Everybody in chat saying that. And the dude does 20 fucking minutes of just like I'm going to show you guys the tour. Oh, I'm going to show you guys like the 3D scenes
Like
that he
doesn't
sets
even
up.
acknowledge chat.
Doesn't even fucking, and I was cringing so fucking hard because I'm like, dude, like, no one cares about any of this,
No, yeah.
right? Like the fact that you're even doing a bit at this point and you're gonna act like this doesn't
Like nothing
matter.
happened. Yeah.
I was mad as a fan. And he ends up going on about a 20-minute spiel. About, again, 20 minutes into his show. So about 40 minutes into his show, he does like an entire 20-minute breakdown of like why Twitch banned him and all of this, right? And at the end of the day, I don't think he can be exonerated from anything except for showing the messages directly, because then we know context as like a fan base. Or if he ends up suing for defamation on everybody who did call him a sexter or like a minor, like a pedophile
yeah.
or whatever like that. I think there's only two ways of
yeah.
exoneration from him. Granted, I'll give him this. Like, he did go into a little bit of like the LAR stuff or LARE stuff, which would be like the law enforcement team from Twitch. And they didn't find any wrongdoing, right? And that was always like the quote. That was always the quote. It was like, we didn't find any wrongdoing. I didn't do anything illegal.
Yeah, I smoked marijuana, but I did not inhale. You know. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's essentially what it looks like.
Yeah.
So like from you know, and I don't want to talk about this. I really don't. But because
sorry I asked. Sorry I'm asked.
no. The thing about like legality and morality, or like we've talked about it on this show too, but it's different, right? You know, whatever. And he's a good entertainer. Like, you know, and there's points where you can separate the art from the musician or the art from the artist. You know, like Kanye West is probably like a good example of that. I think people who Akon, yeah, there's people out there who like,
because Akon's been was on scene when the guy busted a pedophile. He's out there singing. It's like, dude, like this guy's like in the mix.
I don't know about Akon's past. I'm not gonna say him.
He was there. He was part of a sting operation down in Florida.
Oh, he ended up
he was
like
in there singing. They're singing one of his songs about cops or something like that.
So that's like
crazy.
That's like a good thing though, right?
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Or it's just his way of immersing himself into
or covering it up. Yeah.
Trying to avoid, like, do not turn the glass,
because he did get in trouble for talking to him.
He did.
Well,
I know CeeLo Green did. He got in trouble for talking to him.
Hooking up with a minor, but she got let inside the club with a fake ID.
Oh, I gotcha. And then I also Karl Malone back.
Well, and that's kind of what you think.
11-year-old.
That's kind of why you give the benefit. Oh, I don't know about the 11-year-old.
No, Karl
anything
Malone,
under like 13,
the worst part was
14,
like
15, anything like that.
Karl Malone's like his legal. Like, instead of her parents going after him, they just extorted him. I got to the Pine Street intersection over here, and all of a sudden it's like, here comes a guy going on a bike, just like, I'm just gonna go right through. Didn't even look at me. Didn't even look. I'm watching him. He didn't even look. Didn't even make eye contact. Like, I'm just gonna go whoop.
They got the right away. What are you gonna do? Hit him?
No. Well, actually, no. There is a fine line. If they haven't, they have, in order to identify intent, they have to be off their phone, looking both ways. If they're walking out with their phone down or looking down, not paying attention, that falls on them.
Yeah,
that's the fine line.
That's a natural consequence.
Well, you should.
That's well,
you shouldn't be biking and looking at your phone, dude.
But
in order, you are on one. If that's
when you're on
a
bike, though, when you're at a stop sign, you have to come to a complete stop, look both ways, and go and drive through. If you blow through it, that's just like running a red light.
Yeah.
If you fuck around, you're gonna find out. Unfortunately, when you're dealing with a 6,000-pound truck, I'm gonna win, and I'm gonna look like the asshole. Yeah. That's why it's like I'm almost thinking since I have to come into town in this as kids, I have to almost have to buy a dash cam because it's like I don't trust these kids.
I feel like most people should own a dash cam at this point. I don't own one, but I think I should.
Yeah, because it's like you live in the heart of children, so you need to watch out for children. Because most of these kids, this is the first time.
You say children, but they're all like 20.
Yeah, well, the brain doesn't fully develop until 25.
I know.
Sub 25.
So yeah,
again, pretty stupid.
The doctor disrespect stuff.
Yeah. That show on HBO where it's out Oklahoma, Tulsa area. I can't remember what it's called. We watched it. It's like it was season 2 or season 3. But it's a nonprofit group. I had a buddy of mine out in Montana had her on her podcast. They were catching principals. They were catching, people like people had kids, like 2 or 3, 4 or 5 kids.
People who are either unfamiliar with that kind of stuff, and that's why you can't just have like vigilantes running around all the time trying to catch a predator, is because they will catch them in the act, per se. Like, oh, they're gonna go meet up at a coffee shop, whatever. And when they go meet up with them, they can't actually charge them with any crime because technically, legally, nothing was committed, right? No wrongdoing was
Oh,
found.
right.
And like everybody knows the intent, everybody knows where it's going, but
They can't prove it.
you have to get
Yeah,
dead to rights, pretty much.
Yeah,
Which
and
is like
it's-
really
when you start
unfortunate.
asking for CSAM and
but-
stuff like that, you gotta have the police
Right now,
involved.
there's like a group of streamers going around catching predators, but they can't charge them with anything because they don't do the necessary research to do it. And it's not going to be a long form content by any means. Like, it's not going to be something that sticks around for a long time because people are finding out that it is actually way harder to charge people than it should be.
Especially like with a lot of DAs are allowing them shit to walk and stuff like that.
And that's the
especially your
sad part
bluer-
about it. Cash
bluer
bonds
states.
sometimes
Oh, yeah.
on things that are
It
like
happens.
sexual assault
It
of a
happens
minor.
around here.
It happens all the time. I looked it up because Tiffany from our job was like telling me about it. She's like, yeah, like this person got off with cash bond, and it's like 2 allegations and like an actual sexual assault of a minor. It's like, how can that happen?
Yeah.
So when people say like, vigilante justice and all that stuff, it's not ever gonna happen because you have to have them dead to fucking rights.
No.
Minor allegations, like when it's against a minor, that should be way easier to prove than say, Amber Turd shitting on Johnny Depp's bed, and going to public trial. We should find a common. There should be a theme. There should be like a common decency law somewhere in there that
Common sense law.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
should be able to charge that way easier than Amber Heard and Johnny Depp or whatever. So that end of
Yeah,
story.
we were
on
both
that.
on cocaine, and then I took a shit on his bed.
Amber Turd, man, you gotta fucking love her. That was like the trial of the century, dude. That shit was so much fun to watch. That was one of my favorite stories.
And then the
to
memes
watch.
like after, like I got a jar of dirt.
I got a jar of dirt. Dude, imagine being Johnny Depp. You own an island, and then Amber Heard, of all people, is the one that's gonna try to take that away.
And didn't do anything
And didn't do
besides make him
anything.
more popular.
Well, there was like a really funny story of them like going to a festival and like doing drugs or whatever, and like somebody on shrooms made up an entire story of her getting assassinated or like assaulted by Johnny Depp. And it's like it clearly never happened.
Right.
Like, so yeah, but you need like dead to rights proof on a lot of
Well,
this like
even
minor
her on the
allegation
stand,
stuff.
fake
And
crying, like trying to get the jury to believe that he did it. Like,
man,
like,
she deserved an Oscar
like
for
tear
that.
for tear. Oh, look, did they believe it? Oh, tear.
Dude, people were breaking like the Charisma on Command broke down that entire like on accusation statement, and yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Like frame by frame.
If she could act that good in her
faking
movies,
crying
then
roll.
Shit, she wasn't even good though. That's the problem.
So it's Sosa.
It's
That's
hot though. It's that she wins.
so
right?
Sosa is the name of the group that they do. It's
Yeah.
safe from online sex abuse. Is what Sosa stands for. The
Mhm.
gal's name is Rue Powell. She started year 1, she did all by herself. Year 2, she actually got a house. She had multiple girls in there helping her out doing it. All the girls were all over the age of 20 or all over the age of 18, but they were all actually like the oldest one was like 29.
Mhm.
But they were all girls that fit specific genres. Like they had a goth girl. They had the girl next
Sure, the
door.
alt girl.
Yeah, and it's like and
Blonde
HBO,
girl, yeah.
yeah,
and
burn
HBO
that.
picked them up too as well. Or excuse
Ginger.
me, Max picked them up, and it's like
So it's kind of like a Sister Wives kind of thing.
no. That's all.
Speaking
about
of
wait,
reality
pedophile.
shows,
No, this is a reality
that's
show.
what I
going
wanted to be
pedophile.
on.
Yeah,
I wanted to be on. Oh yeah, you guys didn't even because you guys said hot ones. That's not actually my answer. Hot ones.
That
is
one
great.
is your answer.
No. That one's great, but that's not like a reality TV show
But
because
it
it's
is,
never.
though.
It's not aired on.
It's
TV,
not
though.
on.
So I would say Jersey Shore.
You'd want to be on
Jersey
Jersey Shore.
Shore.
Oh my god, I would
Fucking
fucking
greaser.
love it, dude. I could be
with
the
Pauly
drunk.
D.
I could be the drunk all day and just like get drunk on Jersey Shore.
you may have a chance to hook up with JWoww.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm
Snooki.
there.
Or Snooki.
yeah, Snooki, dude. She got a trunk a dunk on that thing.
she does.
Especially,
Especially even post kid, he got bigger.
dude. Yeah, I would. That would be my show of choice by far.
And my acronym for Sosa is totally different than that. Mine is smoking on something amazing.
I spoke against something amazing.
It's a good one.
So
What's your best acronym?
there was a couple I had for school, like finals. Fucking never actually learned shit.
Okay.
School, 7 crappy hours of our lives.
Okay.
Like, yeah, there were a couple of good ones I came up
7 crappy hours of our lives. I like that one.
with.
Yeah, that's
I
pretty good.
never thought about it.
Yeah, yep.
I was a teacher's pet, so no. I wasn't
It
really.
depended on the teacher.
Dude, I was in the back of class making fun of the teacher usually.
Oh yeah, and I was the one getting kicked out of class.
I never, I got kicked
I had
out.
teachers making
couple
deals
times.
with me that they'd pass me with a C just to get me out of their class for the year.
'Cause you're that mean to him.
Well, it's just like, you leave my class the rest of the year, I'll give you a C. I would go, deal. I'll see you
Bye.
whenever. Right.
Later.
Later.
Did you guys? What was like the only book you had? Like, what book did everybody have to read in high school for you guys? Like, we had To Kill a Mockingbird.
We had to read that one.
You had to read that one too. 1984,
Catcher
Brave
in
New
the
World.
Rye.
You had to read 1984.
Brave New World.
Brave New World was
we
great.
had
Yeah.
to read 1984.
And Ride. We had to read
Brave New World was like the blueprint for real.
Animal Farm. Yeah, my
Animal Farm. Did
get
you read
this,
Animal
my
Farm?
lesbian teacher
Animal
had
Farm
us
was
read
great.
all these books.
Outsiders.
Well, yeah, because that's like the bit, right?
Yeah, that's a funny thing. She's a woke
the bit.
lesbian. This is fun. No, she's
There's no
an
such
awake.
thing as a lesbian.
Yeah.
We had to read The Outsiders. That was pretty good.
Didn't
one.
read The Outsiders.
Okay, I never read I read The Outsiders outside of school.
Mm.
I never read it in school.
And then like
Uncle Tom's Cabin.
a book that I
Fahrenheit
found off
451.
of that series was like the Hardy Boys, because like I just like the adventure books.
Yeah,
I
the
guess.
Hardy Boys
Yeah.
is great.
They were lit.
You know that
Yeah.
they're re-releasing all of them on a hardcover.
Oh, nice.
As like their 30th
They made a TV show that was
anniversary.
actually pretty good.
I never watched the TV show.
Yeah, it was on like CW.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah,
It was like X-Men on CW.
it was pretty good though.
No, I believe you. Yeah, like what was it? The Treehouse collection was pretty good. Like for murder mysteries or whatever. Did you guys ever read Animorphs?
It was I never got into it. It was just too out there for me. It was kind of like yeah. Like my mom like reads Stephen King, so it's like I cut my teeth on reading Stephen King books and Dean Koontz and stuff
What was
like
your
that.
favorite Stephen King book though?
Let's see here. It would be it is pretty pretty eye revealing now as I get older. It's like, man, I think Stephen King likes little kids. I mean, he had a whole orgy in the book.
Yeah,
So
like
that's a little eye opening.
the It scene, man.
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, the chapter 1, chapter 2.
You
is
know,
not my
he's
favorite
still
book.
on Twitter. Stephen King.
Yeah, well, he hasn't come on. He's a pedophile yet, so he hasn't been doing a pretty
Yeah.
good job.
Well, it's probably like the. Do you know the legal
Drake's still
definition?
on there.
Do you know the legal definition of sexting? Okay.
Drake's still on there.
Yeah,
Come on.
no, exactly. Yeah, Stephen King is still around. He's still like out, but I think he was, and arguably, I'll make an argument. I think he was better on like the coke and the heroin.
Oh yeah, when he was a drunk, yeah, and
Like,
back in the 80s.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I wouldn't normally recommend that to
One or
anybody.
the other, I'll take
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
I would
Like-
recommend sobriety to about 99% of people. But Stephen King, he wrote better on coke. I'm sorry. Like, go ahead and get high and write, because you just seem to have some stream of conscious flow that I can't match.
Yeah,
You
from
know?
Pet
Let him
Sematary,
go.
Cujo.
Pet Cemetery is my
yeah.
favorite.
That's a solid.
I know
it's a
it
good
was
book.
my favorite, but I know it is like kind of out there.
The
The
Shining,
Shining
is
is
my favorite.
great.
Shining
Is
was good.
it takes a while to get into it. Like your first 100 pages could be like it's all story development.
Yeah.
But once you get
Jesus.
past it, it's a good book.
Um,
Most of his books were never less than like 400 pages.
I just ordered the book. I ordered the hardcover book. And I don't buy books often, so this one might be worth checking out from what I know. But it is and this has nothing to do with Stephen King, so I'm sorry to like completely divert.
Well,
I'm
you just asked books.
I'm just gonna drive off the road on this
You just
one.
asked books.
I hit an oil spill.
We
I'm
went off
falling.
on.
No, he
Stephen.
asked me he specifically asked me what my favorite
Hmm.
Stephen King book was.
Yeah, that was my bad. So this is not Stephen King, but there's a professor, I think of Purdue, I'm not sure now, but he wrote an entire book on the American West and its relation to Red Dead Redemption, the video game.
No
Hmm.
kidding.
So I bought that book. I'm
That
probably
one
gonna
might
read
be
through
actually
it.
pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so talks about the Pinkertons, talks about like I'm assuming is gonna talk a lot about the the riots that they broke up and
Did
like
you guys
all the
watch
workers
the show
labor unions.
Westworld?
I
Pretty
did.
pretty much along the same.
I think
I
it
kn-
got too close to reality because they stripped that fucking off the channel. 'Cause
Is
it's
that what
real.
happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's like
Yeah.
we're talking
Yeah.
about too much. Of the truth.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, maybe we're letting the truth slip, and so we don't let everybody know that like Katy Perry's an android, or Shaq's an android.
Oh, I've seen the video of her eye
I like
completely turning off.
yeah, or Al
Clearly
Roker
not
going
a
like,
makeup wardrobe issue, but yeah.
yeah.
So I've never watched Westworld, but
It's pretty good. I
so
would recommend catching up.
yeah, I'm under the assumption that I think Rockstar will end up making an entire subplot to Red Dead Redemption, but they'll do like basically just set it in the universe, do it episodically, so like every episode is like a different thing. It's kind of
Mhm.
like, I don't know if Westworld was like that, but Black Mirror or something like that.
Mm.
But it'll be set in the Red Dead Redemption 2 universe, and
Okay.
they'll just have stories of like, and you don't won't necessarily interact with Arthur Morgan or like John Milton or all like the main dudes Dutch, but you will interact with like random people in that story in the towns that were set in that universe. Rockstar has a $1 billion IP waiting, and I hope that they take advantage of it. Because I would love to see like a Westworld type show in the Red Dead Redemption 2 universe.
That would be cool.
The original Westworld was just like that. Was like but in the original one that came out in the 70s, that was all around a Westworld-esque Western type thing. And
Yeah,
then the
I
same
say
thing
that
too.
about Red Dead Redemption 2, and then I look at shows like The Witcher. I
Mhm.
just finished The Witcher, the game, and like I heard the show is terrible. So maybe we don't do anything. You know what I mean? Like, don't do anything with the IP. Don't ruin it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was kind of happy that I got word that Hasbro was trying to develop Magic the Gathering into a IP and stuff like that, trying to transition into from print to video. But
Okay.
it got canceled. It's like good because they would have went completely fucking woke on it.
Yeah.
I mean?
Well, I mean, nowadays, yeah, they
Yeah.
are.
Mhm.
Yeah, so
That's what I've heard. That's what I've
heard.
heard.
Every
I
IP,
don't play Magic, but
yeah, it was the idea was
Dude,
trying to go behind it.
the Warhammer 40K Space Marine video game doing very well.
Yeah.
I guess it's like one of the more fun games to come out over the last like year, like that and like Myth Wukong. But
The upset about like digging into the Warhammer 40K lore is that it's so vast. You're talking 40,000 years. It's like you can do all kinds of fun stuff. So it's like you can go Warhammer, which is your Middle Earth, your vampires, your werewolves, all that fun stuff. Then you move up to 40K. It's just like it's like the Catholic versus the devil just kind of got technology.
You
went
had
from
just triggered something Middle Earth. So Lord of the Rings just tried to come out with a new video game. It's called Tales of the Shire.
I heard it was trash.
Well, we don't. The
I guess-
game's not out yet, Phil.
From
The
like,
game's not out, but you're not wrong.
Peter
Um,
Jackson's gonna start.
I was
developing a movie,
watching
too.
I was watching a breakdown of like the trailer or whatever.
yeah,
and
I saw
it's
the
like,
trailer the other
and
day.
the developers,
Just looks.
dude,
It looks
they
like
got-
that South
they-
Park game that just came out. It just
they had
looks
to turn
trash.
they had to turn comments off on Tales of the
Oh,
Shire
shit.
because of how fried they got.
The
And,
MTG spinoff for what they did with it, that collaboration was fire. That was right on the money. They did a phenomenal job. That's why the One Ring, the One of One is sold for like $2 million. And a lot of the cards.
oh, is that the card that Post Malone bought?
Yeah. Yeah, because
Right
that's the
on.
only one in the world for it. And like I have one of the guys I play Magic with. There's 7 different versions of it. He owns 6 of them all. He owns 6 of the 7. And-
Post does? Post
no,
Malone.
a buddy of mine does.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but it's
I
like,
was
he doesn't own
what?
any of the serialized one, but I'm sure Post Malone. When you have FU money, it's like
Yeah.
buy. Oh, 40 grand. That's fine. But some of those cards are worth $100.
What would your guys' celebrity guest appearances be on the Beats Here pod?
Mm.
I'm gonna steal this question from Unsubscribe.
Celebrity.
Unsubscribe podcast.
Yeah,
did
Unsubscribe
this
this podcast,
question,
yeah.
I'm
a
bringing
couple
the
weeks
machine.
ago.
Bert.
Oh, Bert Kreischer.
Bert.
Bert,
Oh,
right.
fuck,
The
man.
machine.
The machine.
Yeah.
I want Bert.
I think we have him on and don't even talk about anything to do with his comedy career. Nothing.
Yeah.
We don't even
No,
talk to him
no,
about.
no, like, right.
I'm kidding.
I mean, maybe a little, but like,
No, yeah.
I just want to hang out with.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be a
Bert.
fucking party.
Bert
It'd be a party
Kreischer.
out at they'll request the day of off, then the next like 3 after that because like I'm just like I'm gonna
Oh, we're
die.
going hard with him.
Oh,
yeah.
Like we're going downtown. Like he would enjoy the fucking downtown scene
For the
here.
machine.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Imagine bringing him into like.
Imagine that
Imagine
publicity.
Imagine bringing him into
I'll
Brothers.
make him a B tier shirt.
Imagine bringing him into Brothers or that country bar on
Broncos?
the yeah, Broncos, dude. Oh my god, Animal House. Holy shit!
Into John's.
He would have so much fun. Yeah, he would be fun to have on. That's a good one. How about you?
Oh, celebrity. Well, you already said a comedian, so I might go with I'd actually bring Post Malone on just to
Oh, that'd be lit.
Post
yeah.
Malone's such a good answer. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he'd be
The
fun
Post
guy to
and
chat
Brady
with.
Malone. Yeah.
Yeah. The Malones.
Oh, I didn't even think of because
Yeah.
his real name's not Post, obviously.
Oh no.
But
I would hope not.
that would be a bonding moment.
Yeah.
We probably share the same birthday.
You could be related.
Yeah, some long about way. We're both related to Moses Malone.
Never know.
Yeah, right. Just gotta get a few more tattoos, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Get the grill. Yeah.
Yeah, easy. Oh my gosh, that would be lit. Post Malone, Bert Kreischer.
Who would you bring?
Jesse Cotto. No. The only true celebrity. He is famous. He does have like millions of views on Blue Cam.
And he has another episode about to drop too. He said.
Oh yeah, with all the fucking shit that's been going on here. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Does he really have another episode dropped?
He said he had one with that episode that he.
a couple
So
weeks ago.
that's
series.
not related to like.
I don't think it was
recently
just
happened.
recently.
Yeah,
No.
that'll probably go up.
I'm sure it
I'm not
will.
gonna
Yeah,
lie.
'cause
Like
what-
that's crazy. So
'cause-
we had an officer in town hit not only a victim but another officer. That's 100% gonna go viral.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens with that. The lacrosse cinematic universe expanding the lore a little bit longer.
Well, we're starting
If-
to see the tent city starting to make its way up off of exit 3 there.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
Yeah.
Um,
Tent city's getting nasty.
if I had one celebrity to have on, I mean, obviously, like, yeah, Joe Rogan, but like, no, I'm not gonna get Joe Rogan on B tier pop, anytime soon.
He'd do it just to
Hinchcliffe
shit
would
on
be
us.
fun.
Yeah, what?
He would do it just to shit on us.
Oh yeah,
Joe Rogan would
I
do
would
it just to
appreciate-
shit on us.
it feels bad because I know if he was like, if he was
he
here,
would, he would though.
Here's your ivermectin.
the thing is like, if he was here and he was just shitting on us, like, I would
revel. It's like
It's crazy because I would go along with it. Like
Yeah.
my dick energy.
Oh,
would
yeah,
just
you're right.
leave my
Yeah, you're
body,
right.
and
You're
I'd be
right,
like,
Joe.
"Oh, dude, you're so funny!" And
You're right, Joe.
Meanwhile,
You're
he's
right.
just fucking shitting on. Like that's the bad thing about it. It's like even if he's only like your height or whatever, like
I'm not taking him in a fight.
I'm not taking him in a fight at all.
Like-
He's built like a fucking brick house.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe Rogan would be great, but I think I would have. Man, you already said Bert Kreischer.
Bert.
Otherwise, I would have said
Mhm.
Tom Segura.
That would be a great one.
Oh man, it'd be 4 bears, 1 cup.
I think I would pick. I think I would pick somebody that I think we could reasonably have on here.
Andrew Schultz.
Oh, Andrew Schultz would be great.
He was my second choice.
but he I don't think he would ever do a B tier pod.
Well, if we have enough views, if
Yeah,
if-
no, I guess
average celebrity's not off
anybody
limits
is.
is once you hit 1 million.
So
Yes,
who
million
would you
subs.
bring?
Man.
Peter by David.
Man, yeah, Patrick but David.
Oh, Patrick, not Peter.
Patrick but David would be great. He was like the first person that I listened to on, on terms of like business, entrepreneurship, valuetainment. I was like a first 20,000 subscriber on that show. Kind of ridiculous actually. Now that I think about it, because he's like multi-million now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
I think I would
listened
have,
to 2 of his podcasts today.
Yeah, and he was on Nelk Boys recently. That was a great show. I would probably have, man, typical gamer. He's a YouTuber. He does Fortnite content, but his net worth is like 33 million or something like that.
Oh shit!
You'd either be him or I would have like Tom McDonald.
Ooh,
the rapper?
Yeah, that would be lit.
Because he would be really fun. I know we would get canceled during that show. It
Oh
would be
yeah,
on like
automatic.
it would
Oh,
be on like
yeah.
our website only, not
Automatic.
YouTube.
Yeah.
But he would be really fun to have on.
Like I'm surprised he's not canceled himself.
He's like he's cancelable at this point because he's already made his money.
Oh
So
yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
when you cross this threshold of 10 million, that's kind of where you're like you can't be canceled.
You have few
Um,
money.
You know, and because he could get deplatformed and everything, and he
Yeah.
would be like generational wealth is there for his family.
That's
So that's like always been the thing, right? It's like you always have to get and that number fluctuates. It used to be like 7 million or 5 million.
he does
Now it is like 10
get
mil.
banned and defamed or whatever. Do they take all of his stuff off of everything? Like, do they just withdraw it?
He's got his website now, so
Mhm.
it's kind of
Well,
like Nova
just like
Rockefeller.
YouTube,
They just
like
start
would
pushing
YouTube
things
withdraw
and-
all of his content or
I have
like
no
not on
idea.
his
Yeah, it could happen.
not
so
on his website, but like
we
like
just talked about Dr.
public's
Disrespect.
site.
So he got demonetized on every single platform
Mhm.
right now. And he still has like his direct donation setup link. No,
I
so
would love to have Ryan McDonald on our podcast. Not Ryan, Ryan Montgomery.
Montgomery.
Yeah, he would be a legit guy to have on our podcast.
Who's that?
He is a white hat hacker that.
Oh, I already love it.
Yeah, he's a white. He was a black
I
hat. For a period
already
of time.
fucking love
But
it. He's a black hat too. Let's go.
he
Gray
once
hat,
was.
baby.
Oh yeah, but he's like.
Oh, I'm all in.
But yeah, he's been on Sean Ryan's podcast. He's been on Patrick Davis' podcast. But he's talking about like he on both Sean Ryan's and Patrick's. Within they opened up a laptop within 30 seconds. They had pedophiles already went into any RAM chat. 13
That
New
doesn't
Jersey,
surprise
and it's like, but he's talking about like how to
It's
protect
like
yourself on
crazy,
your
man.
cell phone and how to
Mhm.
protect your crypto and
Yeah.
and it's
Another
like, yeah, he's a legit dude. He would be a fun guy to talk to, and I bet he would actually be realistic.
How do you
We could
get
bring
him? How would you get him onto a B tier pod?
He's on TikTok.
We can fly him into lacrosse, so like it's not
Yeah, he's
completely out of the way.
he's on TikTok. He runs his own TikTok. He's not the celebrity status like some of the other people you
Yeah.
mentioned, but it's like you could probably reach him on his TikTok, his Instagram, his X, Rumble, because it's all about education. And he also when he was first getting in and started making money, he figured out an exploitive loop where he'd be able to bring people that are recovering addicts, fly them into their facilities and stuff like that, and get them also. He's got multiple locations. Of that he hates pedophiles. I mean, he's a big proponent about going
Another
after
person that would be really fun to have on would be Chris Williamson.
Chris Williamson.
That name sounds familiar.
He does the modern podcast or like the modern era podcast. But he has like the amount of people that he draws from. I would go check him up on Spotify right now. But he does like the amount of people that he draws from is like every walk of life. So he had like Brett Weinstein on recently, Eric Weinstein, those guys. He had Rutherford, which is like What If Alt, if you've ever heard of that guy. He does like the incel breakdowns, the incel revolution breakdowns. He's super fun to he would be really fun to have on the show, but he's kind of like already doing like his podcast tour, so we wouldn't get him now.
That's the worst part.
You
of,
know,
like where you want to talk to some of these people, but you don't have X in your subscribers. They're not going to talk to you. They're going to respond back to you.
No, and I mean, why would they, right?
Yeah.
So like I don't fault people for that. There's like it's like a weird thing because there's like a certain level of subscribers that if you can kind of like attract the right people, and then like when they hit, say we got like that gray hat hacker on or white hat hacker, the second that he would join our show, like we would have all of a sudden
Viewers,
100,000 more or whatever. Like it would just be
Potential,
crazy.
yeah.
And then when you get that person, we would have like another person because he would connect us to somebody else, and then we would have
Another person I thought would have a fun time just like sitting and talking would be like Denzel.
Denzel
Ooh,
Washington.
yeah.
Denzel Washington, yeah. That
Oh
I'll
my
be
god!
It's so much fun.
If he
Yeah.
did as much coke as he did in the movie Flight, we're gonna have a fun time. We're gonna have a fun. Yeah, that would be one of those that I think we'd do like a visual on, and then we'd just go ham.
Or Morgan Freeman. He would be.
Yeah, is
Great.
Morgan? How old is Morgan Freeman now?
Who cares?
How about we get like his AI voice on here?
Well,
Quiet
he's just gonna
voice.
be a narrator for life, like James
Oh
Earl
yeah,
Jones. You
yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean? Like he's just gonna be like that narrator god voice.
yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ever
figured.
since he played Ace Ventura.
That's
God.
the guy I was telling you about. He's just shy of 1 million followers.
Okay. Yeah, he'd be one to have on.
But if I had to bring
How would you get him on? What is like the route for that?
Gotta find the platform he has the lowest amount of followers on and DM him.
Okay.
Probably gonna be the best option for you to go for that. To be able
Guys,
to-
we're gonna start reaching out.
like another comedian would be huge
Mhm.
to have on and be like Eddie Murphy. I feel like that'd be
Yeah.
a real fun conversation.
oh man,
Kevin Hart would be
Kevin
really
Hart would be
fun.
hilarious.
I'd pass on him. He
Kevin
looks
James?
like
No. You don't
I-
pass on
I-
Kevin Hart. I'm
yeah,
so
it-
sorry. I would fucking enjoy that too much, Jeff.
he doesn't,
You
he
don't
doesn't
have to
excite
be
me.
here that day, okay?
Yeah, he does not
we can
excite
have
me.
Pato on
Kevin
that
James,
day.
that would be fun.
Dane Cook,
Dane
that would
Cook.
be a
Yeah.
great
Yeah,
one.
yeah, he'd
That
be
one
pretty
might
real.
be fun.
Shane Gillis.
That would be
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
He is
I-
hilarious.
there's no way we would book him, but
no.
No.
we
Maybe with the line of work that we do.
We'd have to go down.
Because with his life and our life, we kind of like go along the same because he's had family.
you know.
You know what I mean? Like
Do you?
he's
So
made a joke. It missed me.
I
It
know,
almost got me. It missed
but
me. You know,
this is something
it
that.
nicked me.
So okay, like if you guys were to meet somebody famous, do you ever
Without having to
Well,
pay for it.
Yeah, well, without having to pay
Like
for
VIP?
it, like yeah, just meeting somebody out in the wild.
I'd-
You don't ever ask them what they did before they were famous,
No.
right?
No.
I mean you can,
Like
but
obviously,
in like
yeah.
an interview question
like
type.
obviously,
But
like one
you
time
wouldn't ask, like, say you met Ryan Reynolds, like you would
I
not
met
ask
Keanu
him,
Reeves down here in Lacrosse one night working at
What?
Dublin Square. Yeah, we cooked for him.
No way.
Yeah, so we all got to come up and get a picture with him,
Yeah.
and like,
I didn't know he ever came here.
yeah,
That'd be a fun guy to talk to, but it'd be like talking to a sloth because he's very calculated when it comes out of his mouth.
yeah, he thinks about everything that comes out of his
Oh,
mouth.
I
Like
I kind
even
of had mad
even
respect
asking him
for
like,
him.
oh, how was the food?
Yeah.
He had to sit there and like think on how he was even gonna word what was gonna come out of his mouth because he didn't want to come off like an asshole or he didn't want to come off
You
arrogant.
know what? I
or-
take everything back. Keanu Reeves. That's who I want on the
Like,
show.
he would be great.
Liam Neeson would be a fun guy to talk
That
to
would
just
be a
because
good
of
one,
his
too.
his experience.
I'd
of that.
ask him about
loss
the
of
whole
his son,
Westworld
or lost. Yeah.
Liam Neeson.
Westworld
Yeah.
show.
No, that'd be Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, yeah.
But that'd be
Li-
Taken.
Liam
is-
Neeson is
Yeah,
Taken.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we could talk about Taken forever. Man, that would be. Liam Neeson would be great. No, Keanu Reeves, now that you mention it, like he talks about how he still takes the subway. And
He's a very down to earth
yeah,
guy.
very humble.
We can always have Sandra Bullock on and talk to her about it. I can't say the A word, but you know what I'm talking about. 'Cause she's been on like
Yeah,
Oprah,
Sandra
so like
Bullock
talks.
would be there.
She talks about her skincare, but she never says the A word. She
Yep,
just
yep.
she's just like, how do I answer this question? What tell them like I'm using blood of children, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Adrenochrome, yeah. A word. Yeah. I take everything back. Keanu Reeves is gonna be my answer, I think. Because like having him on the show, I mean you get
He was just.
I think he's just so down to earth.
he was just such a chill vibe just to be around. Like that made my week.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like-
It would make
oh,
a month for
yeah.
me.
Like the server comes down and goes, "Guess who's out in the booth right now?" We go. She goes, "Keanu Reeves." And we go, "Bullshit." So one of the cooks like runs up there real quick, just like go grab a soda from the bar just to see.
yeah.
And sure as shit, he's sitting right there, and we're just like, guy comes back down. It's really him.
Yeah.
Like, she's not lying.
I wonder what brought him
The
into
thing
town.
is,
Yeah,
too,
I don't
the
know
thing
what he
is,
was in
too,
town
it's
for.
like, yeah, okay, first of all, like what brought him here? But second of all, like he like wasn't surrounded by a bunch of people, I'm sure.
No,
like, there
he
was
was-
no
I think that's why a lot
It
of
was
people
like
want to
him
come.
and-
there's
like,
no
it was like
like
him and-
indication of him,
him
being
and
him.
someone else, like at this booth,
Yeah.
It's probably why he was able to. That's why he's able to
sneak in.
Yeah, sneak
Yeah.
in. 'Cause he doesn't have an entourage.
You know, it's funny because like I don't know, the G Fuel people, like they've been in town quite a bit. And obviously, like they ride pretty flashy, so they have like
Oh, yeah.
Lambos and stuff. So like when they're in town.
Or like Trump came through, they had the
Yeah.
whole city
the
blocked off.
motorcade, like the entire town is blocked off.
Just to speak for 30
Keanu
minutes and wait.
Right.
Keanu Reeves comes in.
Nonchalant. Just
Nobody knows.
yeah.
Why the fuck is he here? Like, what is he doing here? And our town's fun though, granted. So I get it, but like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I don't know what he was. I don't know if he's just like on his way through, or
Does he have people he knows in town?
I
Do
have
we
no-
know them?
Yeah,
like,
right.
you know,
But
find
not-
their connection,
But yeah,
find their
now
in.
he
Well,
went
he
to a
was- he did
restaurant
film
that's no
movie
longer
back
there.
Dublin, yeah.
They're closed now. Like
Yeah, they closed
Yeah,
down a
so
couple weeks
it's
ago.
like a low key restaurant. It's not like you're hitting Diggers, or it's not like
No,
you're hitting
it's
the
the-
Freight House.
or the Crow.
You're hitting a
or-
low key place.
Yeah,
So like,
Nonchalant.
you know
Yes.
that it's
he's
good
been
food.
there before, right?
So like, it
Like, right,
bothers me.
like-
It bothers me.
He's
'cause
not going to Love Child.
exactly. You're not hitting the talk of the town. You're not hitting Piggy's.
No,
It's funny, dude. Piggy's is known too. So like, you're not hitting it. You're not
No,
hitting
yeah.
like the place.
no.
So
You're
who
not-
does he know in town who knows that Dublin's a good spot?
I don't know.
I want to know. You gotta find him.
Or maybe he just wanted a Reuben. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't even know what he
yeah.
ordered that night. Like,
Exactly. Right? Why would you remember that? You talked
well,
to
I'm
Keanu
shocked.
Reeves.
Yeah, I talked to him, but like I'm sure the waitress
Yeah.
would be like, "This is Keanu's table." You know what I mean? Like, let us
Yeah.
know.
Oh my god.
Like,
So yeah, that's how we have to find him. We have to find him through like
at a
who he knows
restaurant.
here.
Hey, what's up,
We
man?
have to find him who he knows here. Why does he know to go there? You know?
Well, he can't go there now.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, you know what I mean.
He can
Comes
come
back
here
into
now.
town, he knows somewhere else to go.
He can come here now.
Yeah, he can come to B tier. You guys can cook for him. I can just chill and talk to Keanu Reeves. You guys can cook for both of
Oh,
us.
we can go to Diggers or something after.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Oh,
like
shit, we
really?
had 2 hours.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, he did film. He was here in town. Well, he was
long show.
here in Minnesota back in '96. We did Feeling Minnesota with Cameron Diaz. But yeah, he may have come through.
Was he here
town.
with Cameron Diaz?
That was
Probably
not who was in the
Yeah,
booth with
you would have known her too. She would have been drawn to the
Wow, there's
attention.
actually considering Feeling Minnesota being a B tier movie. He had Vincent
B-tier
D'Onofrio,
movie?
Cameron Diaz,
B tier movie. I'm hearing
Yeah.
B tier pod. B tier movie.
Delroy
Same
Lindo,
difference?
Dan Aykroyd, Courtney Love. Like there was actually some heavy hitters in the movie.
Man. So yeah, that's we gotta find our in. I think we reach out. I think we start getting people. Problem is like we only have 4 mics, right? And we have like nothing to show. We have like 50 subs on YouTube. Imagine getting Keanu Reeves under 100 subs on
Jeez.
YouTube.
That
I would
would-
love it. But I
like,
mean,
I
imagine
feel
how
like
much we
I
blow
feel like
up.
if anybody's gonna reach out of all the people like we've just mentioned would probably be Bert.
Bert, yeah. He does anything for clout.
Yeah.
Like he went to a Rite Aid recently that was like they had like the packaged up stores and like all of them were like blocked off by glass and that was like his biggest video he's had in a while. And Joe Rogan even mentions it, but he's like, I bet he'll go to every Rite Aid and make a video.
2015. Keanu Reeves was in town. That's me.
Dude, that
my
is-
buddy with him.
That's insane.
That's legit. Yeah.
Like yeah,
That's crazy.
like
And
down,
he's just there.
downtown lacrosse.
That's good. And I think that's a good place to end.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. The name of the show is gonna be Name an Animal You Could Beat in a Fight. Or we do the other one, which reality TV show would you be on?
Yeah, it don't matter. Which reality animal would you?
Which reality animal could you beat in a fight?
Beat on a TV show.
If so, which one?
Yeah. Which animal could you beat on a TV show?
On a reality TV show, yeah.
James Belushi.
I love it. No,
Well,
I didn't mean
I'm
to talk
facing
about
animals. I got Wheel of Fortune all day.
Yeah.
They-
Well, dude, so we're gonna have a lot of like relevant topics this time. We're not gonna leave everything in the final edit. I think like right away we were talking about like the Trump assassination stuff. We might leave that stuff out too.
Yeah,
maybe.
we have to.
We kind of have to with the algos and stuff.
So
That said, all of our celebrity like guests, maybe that's gonna be the title of the episode. It
yeah.
wouldn't be
Who,
like
who,
a,
if you could bring
yeah.
anybody, who would you bring?
yeah.
That should be the name of it.
So that's like a good thing. And then
Mhm.
hopefully you have fun at Lake Okoboji. Are you gonna have another podcast between now and then?
Yeah, you said that's not till October.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
yeah,
Yeah, we were
yes.
talking too far ahead.
yeah, it's like 3 weeks out.
Yeah.
So
and
let's
then-
just
like we
now.
have like
oh, what?
7
Have
episodes.
fun in Vegas.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
got a month left.
Yeah. No, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. You have a good rest of your night. Peace out.
So I was looking at this. So